I'm Roberta Brownlee and I own and operate Silverdale Care Home in Castlederg. And prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, our relatives played a very vital part in the care planning for each of their loved ones. And we had many visitors who came in every day. So when visiting was stopped due to the pandemic, we had to look very carefully and quickly how we'd still involve our families. So we moved to changing one of our conservatories into a visiting area with a screen to allow the resident to come in to see their family, and also just to give that assurance that they were still meeting with family regularly. We then moved on to see how could we bring in residents and family members for a face-to-face interview when it was safe and timely to do within the guidelines, and that worked very well. We had to do it very strictly under the guidelines, as well as making sure we had the proper protective equipment for each one of our relatives. And our relatives played a vital part during this past year in every aspect of our care, and we are very grateful to all of our relatives for what they've been doing, and they really were updated every week with a weekly visiting policy. We were absolutely delighted then at Christmas to be able to have them in for a special time, again very carefully monitored with their loved one. We moved on then very quickly to having the care partners, which we welcomed that, and to date we have 4 care partners, and this has worked very well for us. We brought each of the care partners in. They were already previously to coming in, being involved in looking after maybe her care for their relative. They also were maybe assisting with meals. So we brought them in to go over really the importance of wearing their PPE, the importance of strict infection control, and just to make them understand getting in to see their relative was important for us, but that as long as we work together to keep everyone safe, and we had no problem with that. And to date they visit very regularly every week, sometimes 3-4 times a week at different times, and they're tested every Tuesday along with our staff. And also we've been delighted, all of our residents and our staff are vaccinated, and our care partners, at this weekend, will have had their vaccination too. So as a care owner, I was delighted that we could continue to have our relatives visiting. I'm indebted to the home manager, Geraldine Brown, and all of the staff who work tirelessly every day with their families. And we've been just having difficult days, but to date we've been a COVID-free home for our residents, and we're pleased about that. But it's something we have to daily monitor.
My name is Sharon McMorrin. My mother is Margot Matthews, and she's a resident here at Silverdale Care Home in Castlederg. Mum has been here now for a few years and has received such good care. When the pandemic started, visiting was limited, but they brought us in. We were able to come in and see my mum behind a screen, but there was no contact whatsoever. Then whenever they introduced the care partner scheme, I was delighted. I was absolutely delighted, and as were my family, because it means so much to us to maintain that contact with Mum. Mum is late stages of Alzheimer's. She's barely talks, but I know whenever she hears my voice that she recognises that I'm there, and I'm able to hold her hand and take personal care of her, and basically do wee things with her, manicures and pedicures, and feed her dinners and things like that I've done before. And that means so much to me, but because I know that it's good for my mum's well-being, and I constantly am feeding it back, how Mum is to my father, to my siblings, and they're so appreciative of that as well, because she was a very family-orientated woman, and to have that one person, just be it me, coming into her twice a week is great, and I know that she responds and feels, looks brighter and everything else, so that means the world to me and my family. I'm really grateful I'm going to be getting the vaccine for COVID on Sunday up at Oma, and that to me will provide me with a peace of mind that I'm going in the right direction, but it doesn't mean to say that I'm going to be letting down my guard. It's very important that when I come to visit Mum and I come into the care home, that I still, whenever I'm outside and going about my normal day life, that I restrict my movements and my contact as well, just to make sure that I'm protecting myself, my family at home, but also then to protect and complement the high standards that are set here in the home.
Hello, my name is Susan Smith, and my mummy, Alice Reynolds, has been in Silverdale Nursing Home for 4 years. Before COVID, last March, I was able to come into Mummy whenever I chose every day and still be a part of Mummy's care needs. And then unfortunately COVID happened last March and all of that stopped, and I miss seeing Mummy so much every day. Although the nursing home were so good and were able to FaceTime, it just wasn't the same as being able to see her, and my mummy has vascular dementia and wasn't really able to communicate through the FaceTime call. Thankfully, around 4 months ago, the care partner started, and I didn't have to be asked twice if I wanted to be part of this role. Just so fantastic. I was very apprehensive maybe of bringing COVID into the home, and had to be very, very careful in my own home and myself where I went to. But I have to say, with the home support, that has now, I don't have any qualms at all, and getting my regular COVID test every week has become as regular to me as brushing my teeth every day. And I have to say it's been very, very positive, and I have enjoyed getting in and being Mummy's care twice a week again, and as of last week now it's relaxed even more, and I'm allowed to come in more often to see Mummy and be part of her care needs. And this week I've actually got word that I'm able to go for my vaccine, so that's happening tomorrow, and I'm very, very hopeful for the future and just feel so privileged to be a care partner.
My name's Sharon. I'm the home manager here at Silverdale Care Home in Castleberg. I've worked here for 25 years, but this last year with COVID-19 has been extremely challenging for myself and the staff. Throughout that, I suppose we've seen the impact it had on our patients, not seeing their relatives. But the visiting is something that's very, very important, not just to the patients, their families, and to the staff as well. We have ongoing visiting on a daily basis, Monday to Friday, for our families. Visiting now is by appointment. We usually conduct the visits in the afternoon. We have a visiting warden who oversees the visits and greets the family, takes their temperature, make sure their hands are sanitised, they put on their masks, and they fill in a questionnaire for track and trace. It's all done in a very controlled manner, but it's necessary to make sure that the home is kept as infection free and COVID free as possible.
Hello, my name is Devine, the Care Home Support Lead for the Western Trust. I am delighted to have been asked to come here to Silverdale Private Nursing Home in Castleberg to talk about the care partner approach. The pandemic has had a significant impact on care home residents and their families, and the Western Trust Care Home Support Team have been linking closely with care home staff to ensure that we are all working to find ways to promote and enable safe visiting and implementation of the care partner approach. This support has included supply of additional PPE, support with testing and infection prevention and control, and we are also delighted that all homes in the Western area will have the vaccination programme complete by the end of February. Full details on the care partner approach and visiting guidance are available on the link below. Thank you.